Here is a little feature some of you might be interested in from the March 5th, 1968 issue of Look news magazine. The Bedak men, this bureau. Bedak, secret agent in a losing battle. And for a little background info, this agency was set up in early 1966 by President Johnson in order to crack down on the long hairs and all their new substances. The diverted medication, thrill pills and goofballs, and of course, the psychedelics, this newly emerging category. So it was started in 66, like I said, and they were definitely in a losing battle here as this article was being written. Reorganization Plan Number 1 had already gone into effect, gone to Congress in February of 1968, and this agency was, in about a month, going to be dissolved, and along with the former FBN, the Federal Bureau, it would be merged and turned into the BNDD. And by 1970, Nixon was putting out stuff like this. As I read in here, the BDAC Bureau had a training. They trained at Berkeley. So these guys were, these were the people who were chasing like famous 60s underground chemists like Owsley Stanley and Sandon Scully around San Francisco. Although this article takes place in Manhattan. And I'm going to read this abbreviated a little bit. They ghosted after him for 11 nights, 12 days, through Manhattan's tight streets. Their binoculars looked, unseen, straight into the fourth-floor window of his pad and also lab in that dark warehouse. Professionally nondescript, their faces as anonymous as their bureau, the BDAC men waited for him to start production. Then, walkies crackling softly, 4 young agents with the warrant eased in and grabbed their quarry as he stepped out the door. No need for a crowbar. No smoking, anybody. Coats off, sleeves rolled, more BDACs moved in systematically into a 5-hour search of the biggest underground lab ever busted. 22 gallons of ether, vacuum pumps, etc., etc. They had $35K worth of equipment and raw materials to make all sorts of stuff, but Agent Larson was stumped. Around the lab were batches of brown stuff looking like cane sugar in the refinement stage. The BDACs confiscated 27 pounds of it, sent samples to their analysis center in Washington. Verdict, a potent synthetic mesc called MDA. This stuff was so new that it wasn't even illegal yet.